It's a piece of legislation loathed by some and loved by others. LB 753, known as the Opportunity Scholarships Act, will provide dollar-for-dollar tax credits for money donated to organizations that provide scholarships for students attending either private or parochial schools. 10:11 Now's John Grinvald has spent much of the day listening to both sides of this. He's live in our newsroom tonight with more on what's being said about it. John?
Cole, for some, LB 753 is a good step towards so-called school choice in the state. For others, it's a bad move to push public dollars toward private institutions. But one thing is certain, it could have a big impact on education in Nebraska.
Moving there.
Nebraska state senators passed the latest in a series of controversial bills, this time focusing on education, what the Nebraska Catholic Conference says is a matter of school choice.
And the idea is to create a fit for every child. But I think every child should find their correct fit, and a parent should have the opportunity to pursue that.
LB 753 creates a system of tax credits that the Nebraska State Education Association says could negatively impact state funding to public schools.
When you think about what the scope of the budget is and the resources that we have already lost in public education, we really cannot afford to let this just grow.
The bill would set aside about $25 million a year in tax credits for people who donate to a scholarship granting organization, or SGO. That number could swell to $100 million a year if the yearly credit amount is used.
As evidence suggests, it is a tax break for wealthier households and corporations, but it is also an issue that it is directing dollars away from dollars that in other circumstances would be available for public schools.
Only nonprofit organizations can become SGOs, and they would be responsible for doling out scholarships to students attending private or parochial schools based off tiers of need. SGOs will need to go through an application process. In the case of the Catholic Church, it's safe to say at least one organization will apply.
So what I think parents could expect is that they would apply to a school, and upon acceptance, they would be connected with an SGO to apply for the scholarship.
But this issue is far from settled. The NSEA plans to fight it with the hopes of getting it on the ballot in 2024 to let voters get a say. They say they'll file that paperwork after Governor Pillen signs the bill. Those dollar-for-dollar tax credits will start on January 1st, 2024, and those SGOs can start forming once the application process gets underway. Reporting live in the newsroom, John Grinvalds, 10:11 Now.
Not the last time we'll be talking about this. John, thanks so much for that report.